Singing is sacred, and you shouldn't do it just because somebody wants you to. What's most important is that you are treated with dignity and respect.
So respect took us to church. It took us on a roller coaster of emotions. Where did it take you being a part of this movie?
To a deeper, if that was at all possible, level of respect for Aretha Franklin. I knew some of the stories of her past and her childhood, but with the care that was taken to bring this particular part of her life to the screen, it just made me have a newfound level of respect and love and appreciation and for this woman who I'm not even sure was human. She's just so touched by the divine, and to think of everything that she went through and how she persevered and found herself and found her voice and stood up for herself and always stayed as true as she possibly could to her soul and her faith. Is just mind-boggling, so it's a lesson.
For you acting in this film, where did it take you?
I was probably on that roller coaster right next to you, screaming like this, because just playing that character every day is so far from the human that I've been raised to be, that I just had to go to dark places, man. And I'm glad I did, but I also learned that's definitely not the kind of human I want to be.
Yeah.
I like making women smile, not cry.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was really nice to see this side of you on the screen, but I can imagine how challenging that was.
He's the romantic lead and the villain, so I got to, really enjoy the romantic lead. Like with the first couple of scenes, like, smile and laugh and walking together and learning about each other and complimenting her and, the kissing, and then it slowly unravels. So that was interesting.
What about Jennifer made you think Aretha?
Well, first of all, Aretha chose Jennifer to play the role. And so when I met Jennifer, I knew that Aretha had made that decision. Mm-hmm. I understood immediately because I looked in Jennifer's eyes, I watched her as she talked to me, and I thought she has so much humanity. She has so much compassion. She has lived a complex, real life. Mm-hmm. And Aretha lived a complex, real life. And Aretha knew what was right for her, and that was Jennifer.
You also had such an incredible scene with Jennifer in this film that was very emotional. What was it like filming that scene with her?
Being with Jennifer is always a treat and a treasure. She's an incredible actress. She's an incredible person, humble person. She works so hard. And she is free of ego. She was free of ego on this project. She is free of ego in life. She's about the work, and she's the real deal. Being guided by Liesl Tommy, our director, our incredible director, in this scene, she really gave us the space and the safety of space to go to these two, for these two people to go to this very deep emotional place. Liesl was an incredible director and an incredible visionary in the way she wanted to tell this story. And so the fact that she and Tracey Scott Wilson knew that this scene had to be in the movie, and then to give us the space and just the gentle touch to go to these emotional places and feel safe in doing so was a real blessing.
I'm honestly getting chills just thinking about moments in the movie where there was music and singing. What was the feeling like for you guys? Because if I felt it through the screen, I know right there in person it had to be magnifying.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I would hear grips, guys who are so jaded, who've done a million movies, just astounded at what they were getting to see. They just we have front row seats to the best concert we've ever been at. And there'd be times where I'd be looking at the monitor and I'd be directing, and I'd have tears rolling down my eyes because of what, just happened. The chills that I would get was just, it was a magical time. I still feel like it was one of the great privileges of my life.
What was it like being on those types of sets where there's just really good music happening?
A treat. I felt like I was going to a Broadway show every time I went to work or church. I swear, because Jennifer sang everything live, and then everybody sang live. And so when they're singing these songs, like you're sitting there in scenes acting, but you want to dance, you want to, you know what I mean? You want to cheer, you you want to, you know, like jump out your seat. So it created a great atmosphere. The music was live. Everybody was playing real instruments at the time. I was just like, yo, it was an amazing experience.
And Liesl did say that, you know, the atmosphere on set, that she made a pact. There's going to be no divas on set. The only diva that was allowed was Aretha's spirit. And I'm sure she was present when you guys were making this movie.
I felt her for sure, for sure.